39 facts about sloth that you probably don't know. Ancient ancestors. Sloths' ancestors were giant ground sloths, some as large as elephants. These prehistoric creatures roamed the earth millions of years ago. Incredibly slow metabolism. Sloths possess one of the slowest metabolisms found in the mammalian world. This sluggish pace means they can take up to a month to completely digest a single leaf, a process significantly slower than most other mammals. Swimming skills. Despite their notoriously slow land movement, sloths are surprisingly adept swimmers. They use a form of dog paddle and can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. Algae growth on fur. The fur of sloths often hosts algae, which can give them a greenish tint for camouflage in the trees. This symbiotic relationship provides nutrients to the algae while offering the sloth better concealment from predators. Rare bathroom visits. Sloths descend from their arboreal habitats only about once a week to urinate and defecate. This rare and risky ground visit is one of the few times they leave the safety of the trees. Long claws for climbing. Sloths have exceptionally long claws, measuring 3 to 4 inches, ideal for gripping and hanging onto tree branches. However, these same claws make it challenging for them to move efficiently on the ground. Low-energy diet. Sloths consume a diet primarily of leaves, which provides minimal energy and nutrients. This low-energy diet is a key reason behind their slow-paced lifestyle. Unique digestive system. Like cows, sloths possess a complex multi-chambered stomach to break down the tough cellulose found in leaves. This digestive process is slow, aligning with their overall low metabolic rate. Upside-down life. The majority of a sloth's life is spent hanging upside down in trees. This unique posture is facilitated by their specialized claw structure and muscle arrangement. Slow movement to avoid predators. Their incredibly slow movements are a strategic survival adaptation to avoid detection by predators who rely on vision. Moving slowly helps them blend into the canopy and go unnoticed. Strong immune system. Sloths have a remarkably strong immune system, making them resistant to many pathogens found in the wild. This robustness contributes to their overall survival in the challenging rainforest ecosystem. Temperature regulation. Unlike many mammals, sloths are unable to shiver to generate heat and thus struggle to maintain their body temperature in cold, wet conditions. They rely heavily on the warm climate of their habitat for temperature regulation. Limited muscle mass. Sloths have significantly less muscle mass compared to other mammals of similar size. This adaptation aligns with their energy-saving lifestyle, but limits their mobility on the ground. Heart-shaped poo. An unusual and charming fact about sloths is that their feces are often heart-shaped when they defecate. This peculiar characteristic adds to the uniqueness of these creatures. Reduced hearing and vision. Sloths have relatively poor eyesight and hearing, relying more on their tactile and olfactory senses to navigate their environment. This sensory adaptation emphasizes touch and smell for survival. Long gestation period. Sloths have a lengthy gestation period of about 10 months, which is quite long for their size. This extended pregnancy period is necessary for the development of their slow-growing offspring. Longevity in captivity. In captivity, sloths can live for over 30 years, outliving their typical lifespan in the wild. This increased longevity is often attributed to regular feeding, absence of predators, and veterinary care. Single baby at a time. Sloths typically give birth to only one baby at a time, focusing all their parental care on the single offspring. The mother sloth carries the baby on her belly for several months after birth. High mortality rate for babies. About 50% of sloth infants do not survive past their first 6 months, often due to falls from trees. These falls can be fatal or leave the babies vulnerable to predators. Vulnerable to climate change. Sloths are highly sensitive to changes in their environment, making them particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Alterations in their forest habitats can significantly affect their survival. Symbol of conservation efforts. Sloths have become iconic symbols in the fight for environmental and wildlife conservation. Their unique lifestyle and vulnerability to habitat destruction highlight the importance of preserving rainforest ecosystems. Rare vocalization. Sloths are generally silent, but when they do make noise, it's usually a high-pitched call or scream that can be heard up to 700 meters away in the rainforest. Incredible neck flexibility. Sloths have an unusual neck structure that allows them to turn their heads up to 270 degrees. This flexibility compensates for their otherwise limited mobility. Low body temperature. Sloths have one of the lowest body temperatures of any mammal, ranging around 30–34 degrees Celsius. This low temperature is another factor in their slow metabolism. Selective diet. Despite their generalist herbivore status, sloths are quite selective about the leaves they eat. They often choose leaves with high nutritional content or medicinal properties. Natural camouflage. The greenish tint of their fur from algae, along with their slow movement, makes sloths almost invisible in the rainforest canopy, a natural defense mechanism against predators. Energy conservation. Sloths conserve energy by moving only when necessary and at a very slow pace. They sleep up to 20 hours a day to conserve energy. Strong stomach. The sloth's stomach contents can make up over 2/3 of its body weight. Their slow digestion is crucial for extracting nutrients from tough leaves. Unique hair structure. Sloth fur is unique, it's grooved and hosts symbiotic algae and insects. These grooves increase the surface area for algae growth. Limited muscle control. Sloths have less control over their muscle movements compared to other mammals. This is partly why their movements are slow and deliberate. Adaptation to life in trees. Sloths' bodies are perfectly adapted for life in the trees, with their long limbs and hooked claws for hanging. Falling asleep while hanging. Sloths can sleep while hanging from tree branches, thanks to their unique claw structure that locks in place. Limited ground mobility. On the ground, sloths are extremely vulnerable and move only in a crawling manner, as their limb structure is not suited for walking. Individualistic creatures. Sloths are solitary animals, coming together only during the mating season. After mating, the male and female go their separate ways. Predator evasion. Their primary predators are jaguars and eagles. Sloths' primary defense against these threats is their camouflage and stillness. Resilient to injury. Sloths have shown a surprising ability to recover from injuries that would be fatal to other animals, including falls from significant heights. Nocturnal and diurnal varieties. There are both nocturnal and diurnal species of sloths, meaning some are active at night while others are active during the day. Highly specialized stomach bacteria. Sloths have a highly specialized and diverse community of bacteria in their stomachs to help break down the tough cellulose in their leafy diet. This complex microbiome is so efficient that it allows them to extract maximum nutrients from their limited diet despite their slow metabolism. Ability to hold breath longer than dolphins. Sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes, far longer than dolphins can. This is because sloths can slow their heart rates to 1/3 of their normal rate, allowing them to conserve oxygen while submerged. If you are into animals, like and subscribe for more. Bonus facts can be found on our social media